Hello guys, welcome to Daily Government Jobs for You YouTube channel. Today we are going to discuss a new notification from ESIC. Okay, so you can see the official notification number on the left side of the screen and the date of release of this notification on the right side of the screen. Okay, here the notification is released by ESIC Medical College and Hospital, Sector 24, Noida in Uttar Pradesh. Okay. The advertisement here is for a walk-in interview for the recruitment of 2 posts of professor, 4 posts of associate professor and 4 posts of assistant professor on contract basis. So initially for a period of 1 year, but it also can be extendable up to 3 years or 70 years of age of the candidate. Okay, here the walk-in interview date will be 12/11/2025 at ESIC Medical College and Hospital, Sector 24, Noida, UP. Okay, this is a brief of the notification. Coming to the latest details of the notification, here the vacancies are for anatomy, physiology, pharmacology, forensic medicine and community medicine. So in the categorical wise, so there is professor, associate professor and assistant professor vacancies, which the data is present in the form of a table. So it is present on your screen. So for these positions, the recruiter is hiring the candidates. Coming to the eligibility criteria, for the post of the professor, so 8 years post PG experience is mandatory. Coming to consolidated pay, 2,22,543 rupees is the salary offered by the recruiter per month. So it is including all the perks from the recruiter. And the coming to age limit, the maximum age limit will be 67 years. Okay. Coming to education qualifications, a postgraduate qualification, that is example MD, that is Doctor of Medicine, or MS, Master of Surgery, or DNB in the concerned subject from a recognized institution. So this is for medical candidates. Coming to non-medical candidates, for anatomy, MSc Medical Anatomy with PhD Medical Anatomy. So coming to experience, so for associate professor in the subject for 3 years in a permitted or recognized medical college or institution is necessary, and should have at least 4 research publications, at least 2 as associate professor, 1 original papers, only original papers, meta-analysis, systematic reviews, and case series that are published in journals, indexed in Medline, PubMed Central, Science Citation Index, Science Citation Index Expanded, Embase, Scopus, Directory of Open Access Journals will be considered. So these are the sectors where your research publication should be present, and only these sectors are recognized by the recruiter. Okay, the author should be among the first 3 or corresponding authors. Okay, this is very important point. So coming further, so he should have completed the basic course in medical education technology from recognized institute, and should have completed the basic course in biomedical research from institution designated by NMC. So these are the education qualifications and required experiences by the recruiter for the post of professor. Okay, now let us jump to the associate professor. Coming to associate professor, here 5 years postgraduate experience is required, and 1,47,986 rupees is the sum of the pay you will receive as a salary, and maximum age limit will be 67 years. And coming to education qualifications, for medical candidates it is MD or MS or DNB in concerned subject, or for non-medical candidates, anatomy, MSc Medical Anatomy with a PhD in Medical Anatomy, physiology, MSc Medical Physiology with PhD in Medical Physiology. Coming to experience, so for assistant professor in the subject for 4 years in the concerned subject is required, and should have 2 research publications, and these are the sectors where the recruiter is asking for you regarding the research publications, and should have completed the basic course in medical education technology, and should have completed the basic course in biomedical research from recognized institute. Now we jump into the assistant professor category. Okay, here the consolidated pay will be 1,27,141 rupees, and the maximum age limit will be 67 years. Coming to education qualifications, a postgraduate qualification, that is MD or MS or DNB in the concerned subject. Coming to non-medical candidates, physiology, MSc Medical Physiology with PhD in Medical Physiology, MSc Medical Pharmacology with PhD in Medical Pharmacology. That means these 2 are the subjects where these posts are vacant. Okay, that is assistant professor posts are vacant. Coming to experience, 1 year as senior resident is essential experience required by the recruiter. in the concerned subject. That means that is also. So 1 year as senior resident in the concerned subject with a recognized or permitted medical college acquiring MD/MS degree. Okay. Undesirable 3 years as senior resident or tutor or demonstrator or registrar or assistant professor or lecturer in the concerned subject in a recognized or permitted medical college after acquiring the MS or MD degree. Determination of equivalence of the qualification of DNB, that is broad specialties, with MDMS. The diplomat of the National Board DNB in broad specialty and super specialty, page 4 of 6, qualifications when granted in a medical institution with attached hospital or in a hospital with the strength of 500 or more beds by the National Board of Examinations shall be equivalent in all respects to the corresponding board specialty, that is MDMS, and super specialty DM or MCH postgraduate qualification. But in all other cases, senior residency in a medical college for an additional period of 1 year shall be required for such qualification to be equivalent for the purposes of teaching. So this para is for DNB qualification. So if at all people having a DNB qualification, it can be considered as the equivalent only if the candidate requires, if the candidate has this much of the requirements, then only the recruiter will consider the candidate. Coming to application fee for SC, ST, PWBD and ESIC regular employees or female candidates and ex-servicemen. So there is no application fee charged for them. And for all other categories, rupees 500 rupees is charged as application fee, and that too it will be paid through demand draft in favor of ESI fund account number 1 payable at Noida. Okay, and keep in mind that this is a non-refundable application fee. Coming to documents required at the time of walk-in interview, so the matriculation certificate for the age proof, MBBS certificate for proof of education qualifications with mark sheets, so PG degree or diploma certificate, DM, MCH, DNB, super specialty, Aadhaar card, caste certificate, and DMC or EPMC registration certificate with MD, MS and DNB qualification, both for MBBS and thereafter MD, MS and DNB qualification, both are required, registration certificates. So no objection certificate from present employer if applicable, experience certificates if applicable, EW certificate if applicable. This is the main part of the notification, terms and conditions for contractual requirement. So here there are multiple points. I will highlight the only important points. So if you focus on the highlighted points, so most of the notification have completed. So coming to terms and conditions, the tenure will be 1 year and it can be extendable up to the 3 years or 70 years of age of the faculty. So whichever is earlier, so on that basis the candidate will be terminated. So the second point, the candidate with eligibility for higher post, that is professor, associate professor, would be permitted to be interviewed against lower post, that is associate professor or assistant professor. And in event of selection, the candidate would be considered for placement with suitable upgradation of the lower post as per eligibility and selection of the selection board. The upgradations would be temporary and would be limited to the tenure of the teaching faculty or appointment of the regular faculty in the lower post. So it means that if at all the candidates having the higher qualifications, if at all the posts are not present in that higher qualification, they can be given the lower qualification post, that is associate professor or assistant professor. So and that post also will be for a smaller period of time. If the regular post or the regular employees have joined the post which have assigned to you, you will be allotted back to the same higher qualification post, that is professor or associate professor. And coming to the next point, the selected candidates who will have to furnish a DD or banker's check for an amount of 30,000 rupees drawn in favor of ESI fund account number 1, so payable at Noida towards a security deposit. So it is, after the selection is over, the candidates who got selected, they have to deposit certain amount, that is 30,000 rupees as a security deposit, and that too at the place of Noida only. Okay, at the place of medical college only, you have to deposit as in the form of a DD, that is demand draft. And no private practice is allowed in any capacity after joining as teaching faculty at ESIC Medical College and Hospital, Noida. Okay. Coming to general instructions, so these are all not that much of important. So only important points I have highlighted for you, for your sake only. So all the candidates are requested to appear for walk-in interview along with duly filled in prescribed application form as attached and one set of self-attested documents required. So at the time of interview, you have to carry three things. Okay, first one will be application form, which is available in the official website. So you have to go to the official website and download the application form. So after you take the printout of the application form, you have to fill the application form, and thereafter you have to pay the DD for 500 rupees. So other than the selected category of people which I have discussed in the earlier part of the video. So by considering only unreserved candidates and OBC people, so for them 500 rupees application fees is required. Okay, that application fee you have to pay to the recruiter in the form of DD. So the DD number and account number and I have mentioned in the earlier part of the video. You can check it out. Okay, after you have drawn the DD in the favor of the recruiter, so you have to take a printout of the DD drawn. Okay, so now you have two things: the application form written by you and the second application fee DD drawn. Okay, along with these two documents, you have to attach the photocopies, that two self-attested photocopies of all the certificates, that is starting from the SSC, your SSC, all education qualification certificates, that is MBBS and Masters, and along with that your registration certificates, both for MBBS and both for PG also, both registration certificates and experience certificates. And if you are currently an employer, if you are currently working anywhere, you have to take the no objection certificate from your current employer. Okay, that too, that no objection certificate, and all these things you have to take the photocopies, and you have to do a signature on these photocopies. So these three things you have to carry at the time of the interview. Okay, so the candidate will be entertained to attend the walk-in interview after 11 a.m. on all scheduled dates. So kindly remember, along with the photocopies, you have to carry the original certificates also along with you, so that if at all the recruiter wants to verify your documents, so if at all any section of document verification is present at the time of interview, you have to submit all your original documents there. Okay, and these are all general points. If at all you have the time, you can pause the video and read on it your own. Okay, only important points I will highlight. Coming to hostel accommodation, so no hostel accommodation or quarters will be provided to you. Okay, the candidate who is in service should submit no objection certificate from the employer at the time of interview. And application form in the prescribed format should be submitted on the day of interview along with required testimonials in the prescribed format only. The candidates are required to bring all the documents in original on the date of interview along with one set of self-attested photocopies. So this is a very important point. Kindly keep it in mind. Certain specialties like anatomy, physiology and biochemistry, for which non-medical teaching faculties may be hired. The engagement will be at same rates as for medical teaching faculty, except that their consolidated remuneration will be arrived after reducing the element of NPA. Okay, so I hope this point is self-explanatory. Okay, if at all I want to explain, so in the education qualification, both are present now, the qualifications for medical professional and non-medical teaching professional. So for non-medical teaching professional, the salary would be same as compared to the medical faculty, but only one element is reduced from your salary, that is the element of NPA. So by reducing this NPA amount, your salary will be credited in comparison with the medical professionals. Okay, so this is a very important point. Retired candidates from central or state government or PSU from equivalent posts are eligible to apply. Persons working in recognized or approved private medical institutions fulfilling eligibility criteria for the post may also apply. Okay, the application form and all the updates will be present in the official website of the ESIC, that is www.esic.gov.in. So you have to visit this official website regularly, and you can find this notification from there. From there you can download the application form also. Okay, this is important. The schedule of the interview. The interview will be conducted on 12/11/2025 at 9 a.m. onwards, and the venue will be Conference Hall, ground floor, ESIC Medical College and Hospital, Noida, UP. So note, this is very important point. Okay, here I can just pause the video and read this note, because these are very, very, very important points. Okay, a periodical interview every month for next 6 calendar months with reference to the November 2025 or till all the posts advertised are filled shall be conducted for the various vacancies in contractual engagement of professor, associate professor and assistant professor as per the requirement arising. The vacancy position shall be uploaded on the first and third Wednesday on the official website, and the interview will be conducted on the second and fourth Wednesday, of that particular month respectively. In case of holiday falling on first Wednesday or second Wednesday or third or fourth, the schedule of uploading vacancy position and conducting of interview respectively shall be on the next working day by default. So corrigendum or addendum or notice wherever issued will also be displayed on the official website only. Guys, this is my today's video. I hope you find this video very helpful. So daily I will bring this much of videos, this much of content, and a regular new notification, that is the new government job notification for you in this form of video. So if at all you like my efforts of bringing these videos to you, so please support me and kindly subscribe to my channel. Lot of members are viewing the videos but they are not subscribing to my channel. Please subscribe, and I will bring every day a new notification. So if at all one day is not for you, some another day you will definitely see the video of all the details, all the notifications which will satisfy you. So if at all you don't want to miss that video, please subscribe and turn on all the notifications. Thank you.